guys, as you can see, I have made it to Poland. One of the reasons why I wanted it to come was to be closer to Ukraine and Ukrainians. When I was in Budapest, I was able to help a few families here and there, but mostly Hungary was a little bit further from Ukraine than Poland is, and Budapest itself was much further. And even though I was able to help remotely online while I was in Greece, honestly, it's not the same being in person. So that's why I'm here, and that's why finding every opportunity there is, starting with the anti-war rally today.
Ukrainian stuff, it's smoked.
Smallest? Oh, the large, the salo. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Yeah. Speaking of beautiful, friendly face.
How you doing?
You guys remember Mike? He survived.
I did survive in Krakow.
Yeah.
Made it.
Dziękuję. Okay. So at that bread place, they overcharged me because I'm a tourist. They were like, "Oh no, we can't. We're gonna charge you for 3 bread things."
Not a good deal.
But this is a good deal.
These are the best donuts in the entire world. Dobre pączki.
Dobre
Polish pączki.
I would say this is a damn good donut.
Wait till you get to the middle.
I'm trying to get to the middle. I like that it's not too sweet in the middle. It's not like a...
It's not like Dunkin' Donuts, not too sweet.
Yeah, it's not like a fake
Very airy,
sugar
very
thing.
light, airy. Yep.
No, I mean, right, so the donut itself is really good. But I'm saying the
filling.
the filling,
Yeah.
it's not like a fake
It's
syrup.
like a jam, or it's kind of like a...
It's a little bit tart. Smashnoga? No.
Smashna.
Smashna.
Bardzo smaczne.
Rano smashna. Means tasty as hell.
Dobre pączki.
Dobre prączki. That's me, Mike. See, buddy. Saying bye to another friend. One pączki at a time. Alright guys, so as you can see, I am in the old town of Krakow. And unlike a lot of other capital cities where you don't actually want to be in the center touristy area, in Krakow, actually, I wish I was staying here, because this is actually where a lot of the cool bars are, a lot of the good coffee shops are, and some of the good restaurants. Some of the restaurants are definitely overpriced around this area, but we tend to come here actually almost every day. It's a good meeting point. It's right in the center, and it actually is a cool area to be in. If you're gonna be doing like a walking tour or even just meeting friends or going to a protest, you're gonna be meeting here in the square. And what's really nice is every single day since the war started, there has been a protest here in the center at 12 o'clock noon every single day. Let's go check out what it is today. Sure, you've seen this beautiful church. I've already showed you one of the demonstrations I went to, and today there's another one. The square is a really good place to have anti-war protests because you have people from all around the world, lots of tourists, literally, riding these horse things, all over from Europe, from the US. Literally from everywhere, because Krakow is really a beautiful city to come visit, and right now it's a really good place to come volunteer and help because there's so many Ukrainian refugees here. Alright, every day, exactly at noon, the trumpeter comes and plays. You can't see him because he's high up.
Наші вороженьки, як роса на сонці, запануєм і ми, браття, у своїй сторонці, душу тіло ми положим за нашу свободу.
Героям слава! Every day at 12, it's just a short reminder to let people know and remind the war is still happening.
31-го дня війни. Тому що ми вважаємо, що кожна людина має голос і кожна людина має значення. Будь ласка, долучайтесь до нас, у нас є ще прапори, давайте стояти всі разом. Звертання, всі українці мають виходити на головні площі міст, де вони є, і стояти разом, пліч-опліч. Тому, будь ласка, ставайте до нас, долучайтесь, ми будемо дуже...
Thursday, tomorrow is the Good Friday, then the Saturday and the Easter, right? But we are continuing those protests already for a month, and we would like to continue them because, you know, people are dying, their orphanages are being bombed, all kinds of terrible things are happening. And as Jesus said, that doing good deeds is also possible in the holiest of the days, right? Let us show some solidarity and let's pray one Our Father, one Holy Mary.
Хліб наш насущний дай нам сьогодні, і прости нам провини наші, як і ми прощаємо винуватцям нашим. Благословенна ти між жінками, і благословенний плід лона Твого, бо Ти породила Христа Спаса, Збавителя душ наших.
Here, there are so many refugees here, and some more refugees are coming on their way here because, you know, there is going a major Russian offensive in the east of Ukraine. We have one gentleman here from the United States who would like also to say something in our support. Thank you.
So, as a tourist, sometimes we look upon this and we wonder, what can we do? And it's hard. You know, we're from the US or Canada or the UK or Australia, and we're thinking, what can we do personally? And just by showing that you care, it helps so much, because it's no longer just Ukrainian suffering, it's the world suffering. And if you think this war doesn't affect your country, I promise you it does. Because if you care about freedom, if you care about democracy, if you care about human lives, it doesn't matter where you're from or what your political standings are, this war affects you. If we let Ukraine fall, we're letting freedom fall. We're letting a country that was not hurting anybody. You know, it's a country of lovely people. And if anyone's, you know, never been there, I encourage you after this war to come visit or meet some Ukrainians, you know, here, talk to them. They're very nice people. And the last thing they wanted was, you know, Putin and Russia to come invade their peaceful country. So right now there's a hashtag going around called Arm Ukraine Now. And this is the least we can do, is take a photo, you know, if you're from any, you know, Western country, and even if you don't believe in, you know, getting into politics or, you know, sending your personal troops, at least the very least that we can do is arm and give the Ukrainian army the weapons they need. You know, the air defense. That's the least we can do. And if the citizens of the world, of our countries, you know, all share this message and say, you know what, yes, please give some of our weapons, some of our air defense to Ukraine so they can defend themselves, our politicians will listen. So it's hashtag Arm Ukraine Now.
Hugs our moms, hugs our sisters, brothers, and especially fathers, mostly who right now are fighting and protecting, defending Ukraine and the whole world. During whole our history, we're fighting for our culture, for our language, for our territory. We just want to speak Ukrainian in Ukraine, nothing more. And now I would like to recite some Ukrainian poem, really old poem. It's Taras Shevchenko poem, but I think it's also actual for now for our reality.
така її доля. Росла в наймах, виростала, з сиротою покохалась. Неборяк, як голуб з нею.
Close the sky! Scholz, close the sky! NATO, close the sky! NATO, close! Thank you. Glory to Ukraine! Slava Ukraine!
Героям слава!
NATO, close the sky! NATO, close the sky! NATO, close the sky!
I'm just kindly ask you not to make a deal with your consciousness. Do not use Ukraine as a life shield. Life shield between Russia and all the humanity. Life shield between freedom of your people and all the other world. Shield that divide people for those who should die and for those who should survive. Please, make the sacrifice. Only the money and the
So now we are in front of the American consulate during the protest, carrying on, speaking to the diplomats.
The American people, most of them all, want this to happen, and they want the freedom of this country, and they want you to give them whatever they need, to give them all the weapons you can give. You gave the Taliban more than you gave them. They're appreciative of what you gave them. You need to give more. You need to give them billions. We're a very rich country. And we need, the American people need this. And the whole world needs it. Please, Biden administration, let this be part of your legacy to do this and let them win with our help.
Пануєм і ми, браття, у своїй сторонці, душу й тіло ми положим за нашу спожим, за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду. Слава Україні! Героям слава! NATO close the sky! NATO close the sky! NATO close the sky! NATO close the sky! NATO close the sky!
If some family member loses credibility, it's a big, big loss for the whole family. So please remember about that as well. Thank you.
NATO, close the sky!
NATO close the sky! NATO close the sky!
NATO,
Close the sky!
All right, good afternoon, everyone. And everybody listening, I hope you guys can hear me through the glass, but also everybody at home listening and watching through media as well. As an American citizen, I can tell you that every single person I've ever met from Ukraine, anyone who's ever worked with someone from Ukraine or loved someone from Ukraine, you'll know they're good people. And you know they don't want war. And if you guys are tired of hearing about this, it's been, 6 weeks, right? And we're gonna be here every day until it ends. So it could be another 8 months. So we can either do something about it now and stop the war, or you can hear about this for the next 8 months. It's really up to you guys. And as tired as you are of hearing about it and having us show up every single day here, people in Ukraine are tired of getting shot at, of getting bombed, of getting raped, of getting shelled. They're tired of, fleeing from the war zone. I've met so many people who have had to flee multiple times in their life. When they were a child, as a they had to flee the USSR, and then now, as an old grandmother, they had to flee again. You know, there was one woman who couldn't even walk, but like her, you know, it was so dangerous to stay in Kharkiv that her, you know, her elderly children had to carry her and bring her out here. So this war is affecting everybody, and one of the reasons why Americans have so much respect is we've always been the defender of freedom, you know, and we care so much about democracy. Ukraine is a democracy. It's a free country that doesn't deserve to be attacked by this one crazy guy. You know, and honestly, I didn't believe that Putin or Russia would be crazy enough to bomb and attack a country in Europe in 2022. I mean, this is the year we have virtual reality. You know, everybody has high-speed internet. We have, you know, there's enough food to support the world. This isn't, you know, 1949 anymore. This is 2022. I didn't believe that war would start again, but it has. And I didn't believe Putin was that crazy, but he is. So what we can do is we can help support and defend Ukraine. Even if, you know, whatever your political views are, the least we can do is arm Ukraine against missile attacks. You know, these, you know, anti-missile, aircraft weapons are very helpful. And right now, you know, even though we have a few days of peace, I believe, and everyone believes, that, you know, Russia is preparing for another big attack. So this is our limited window where we can arm Ukraine. There's a hashtag going on right now, hashtag arm Ukraine now. This is the vital moments. If you're from, you know, really any country in the world and you want to be heard, you want to support, even if politically you don't want to get involved, this is the way to do it. At least give the tools to Ukrainian soldiers to protect themselves. That's the least we can do, you know. So even if you don't want to be the one to pull the trigger, which I understand, you know, at least give the gun to the person who's being beaten and robbed, raped. That's the least we can do. So arm Ukraine now, and let's support Ukraine.
Слава Україні! Героям слава! Now Ukraine! Who will be the next? Now Ukraine! Who will be the next? Now Ukraine! Who will be the next?
Choice, close the sky! Choice, close the sky! Choice, close the sky! Choice, close the sky!
Нашу славну Україну, гей, розвеселимо. А ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну, гей, розвеселимо. Не хилися, червона калино, має білий цвіт. Не журися, славна Україно, маєш вільний рід. А ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну, гей, розвеселимо. А ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну, гей, розвеселимо.
To close the sky on Facebook, we have a letter what we are trying to send to all presidents, to all united organizations. It's in English, but we really ask you to write from your heart. If you want to close the sky over Ukraine, please write to your president. If you want to give us weapons, please write to your president.
Хоч на хвилиночку гай, сядемо у купочці тут під калиною, і над панами я пах. Глянь, моя рибонько, срібною хвилиною. колки збирай, вийди, кохана, я працею зморена, хоч на хвилиночку гай. Вийди, кохана, я працею зморена, хоч на хвилиночку гай.
Браво!
Нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду.
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!